Alright, so today we are going to be taking on the final gym leader, but we are not quite done with the game following that, because there's of course Team Plasma loose ends to tie up following, as well as the Pokemon League in Elite Four. So that's kind of the game plan, is that today we'll take on Marlin, do the surrounding areas, maybe some lead up to Team Plasma. Next time, take on Team Plasma and get that done, and then the finale will be the Pokemon League and Victory Road and all of that. So yeah, pretty exciting. This team has been pretty awesome so far, actually. I'm really quite happy with it, though there's always a myriad of other Pokemon that I'll come across and I'm like, oh man, it'd be nice to be using that, or nice to use that someday, at the very least. So I may have to come up with teams for the other starters in case I do decide to do that with this hack in particular, even though I already used Serp in Volt White 1, of course. So I always thought this is a very cool spectacle here. Not really much to do in here besides a few NPCs to talk to, but you can see like some water types swimming around and stuff. The music slaps, as per usual. And we kind of get our Sky Arrow bridge moment here towards the end of the game, instead of having something like that at the beginning. But the camera angle changes. There's a Frillish. Another Frillish. The Basculin. What's up, Eric? Happy Friday. Don't want to wait around for the Wailord. You do get a medal for seeing it, but I don't know how long it takes exactly. I say we just keep moving, but a Wailord can swim over the tube if you wait long enough. I don't know exactly where it shows up, but it's somewhere with this overhead view for sure. Yeah, so even though the marine tube is a straight line, it's just, I don't know, it's a cool little bit of spectacle. Yeah, it's neat. It's a really neat idea. I mean, just being able to walk around underwater is a really cool idea. Kind of, I mean, you play BioShock. Rapture is kind of like that, but on steroids. Got Facade. Dude, imagine having, if I was using like a Gutsmon, like Conk, and waiting this long to get Facade. I mean, I guess, as I've said in the past, you don't want to get all of the powerful things right away. We'll get the DNA splicers back for sure, so you should focus on defeating the gym leader first. Yeah, so we can actually fight Marlin, I think, like, immediately. However, well, we have Tate and Liza here, which is fun, because were these Solrock and Lunatone always here? I'm trying to remember. There definitely was something going on here, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Interesting. What do these guys sell? Some berries. Nothing too crazy. Okay. I think there's gonna be strength boulders down here. So I kind of want to go north first if Hugh will let me. Yeah, he does. And see how much of Giant Chasm I can explore. Like, can I get Ice Beam, which obviously not particularly relevant for this gym leader, but still. Oh, they changed it. You don't have to, like, run around or anything. The Master Move Tutor. Did I buy yellow shards? I have some. Anything to get knockoff? Ooh, wait a second. The thing is, I don't know if I can squeeze this on. Because, like, yeah, knockoff is good. It's better than Sucker Punch damage-wise if you're hitting a Pokemon with the held item, which in this hack is pretty common. Because it deals 1.5 times, and this is obviously buffed knockoff from Gen 6, so 65 base power. I think it's, was it 97.5 or something like that, when you're hitting a mon that has a held item equipped. Thing is that Samurot's kind of slow, and so I'd rather Sucker Punch opposing Psychics instead of, like... I mean, it's good utility, which is why I would consider it, but I just don't think I can squeeze it onto any sets. Amazing move, though, obviously. Heal Bell, Synthesis Roost, Sky Attack, Heat Wave, Giga Drain, Drain Punch. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure Eel can learn Drain Punch, but we're special set. Already have Giga Drain. Shandy could take Heat Wave, maybe, if I wanted something slightly higher accurate than, Fire Blast, but I think we're fine. Everything else, yeah, I think I'm cool without any of these. These houses are kind of dope though, these little villas. Scoot over a little bit. For a got the reason the sunfish look really weird, but they're still flat. Yeah, Humalao does have a cool vibe. I always like the tropical vibes. It's not always enough for certain games to, like, you know. But I do like, usually I do like that aspect when it is integrated. I don't know if these swimmers fight you or not. I feel like they might. I think there is an item down here. I guess this is an additional thing where it's like, man, if the Gen 3 remakes were in this engine... Because Gen 3 is very tropical, obviously, but... What's up, Space Cowboy? Not much has changed. I did beat Dark Souls 3, though. I did defeat the last two bosses, although what's funny... I was waiting for some of y'all to show up to talk about this a little bit, but... I was struggling with this, not even second to last boss, but like, because it's not really ordered in that way, but I was struggling with the Nameless King, and then I decided, I was like, alright, I'm fed up with this, I'm gonna go fight Soul of Cinder, which is the final boss. And so I did that through, you know, it took me a good number of attempts, probably like a dozen attempts or so. Maybe a little bit more, but no more than like 15 at most. Probably more, it's probably more like a dozen though, if I had to guess. Either way, ended up beating that fight, and that last run was actually surprisingly easy for some reason. Like the second phase in particular. First phase is a little unpredictable on Soul of Cinder, but second phase was, well, it's weird because my first attempt I got to second phase and then died, and then failed to get to second phase for a good number of attempts. But yeah, it was a little anticlimactic, but then I was like, okay, I'm kind of warmed up. Let's go back and attempt Nameless King, and I think I dropped him like first attempt after that. So I think the problem with the Nameless King, and if you guys want to look up that fight at some point, you're welcome to, but you like fight him on a dragon, so you have to kill the dragon, but you want to hit the dragon's head, and so it's only vulnerable when the head is like dipped, you know, like following an attack and stuff like that. So it's a lot of waiting around, and it's a lot of like, it's predictable attack patterns, but it's just like you're not really warming up into the fight. You're kind of like, because when you go into the second phase and you fight the Nameless King himself and his like electric spear and shit or whatever he's got, it's a sword, is a spear, I don't know, he thrusts it like a spear. So either way, once that second phase starts, it's like you're totally, I just felt totally caught off guard, and like I could not keep up because there was nothing warming me up into that. Whereas the majority of the fights in the games that are in Dark Souls 3 that are 2 phases have the first fight kind of feel like a warm-up into the second phase. Like the second phase is an expansion on the first phase's moveset and all of that. Maybe they attack faster and all that. Nameless King, not so. It's like completely different. And so warming up on Solar Cinder, and then being able to murk the first phase, which I was able to reliably do prior, meant that once I got to the second phase, I just like destroyed him. Sadly, instant replay was off for some reason, but I do have the achievements to prove it. And I also recorded most of the other boss fights too, just in case I wanted to do a compilation or something, or just to like go back and see how I did. Because it's one of those things where like you're like so in the moment when you're fighting those bosses that it's hard to it's almost hard to process what exactly you were doing. But you just like run around for a little while. Also, look, they have the ability to do following Pokemon, and they just didn't. Which, honestly, I don't really mind. It would be a nice option, though. That's for sure. Yeah, it would have been cool. It definitely would have been cool. I forget what she gives you. I feel like it's something... If it's not something good, it's at least something unique, like a TM maybe, or... I'm trying to remember. I mean, if they got following Pokemon to work in Renegade Platinum, granted, that's the same, Platinum's the same engine as HDSS, I would assume, so maybe it'd be harder to do it here, but I feel like maybe it's possible. I guess the issue would be, do the Gen 5 Mons have overworld sprites? Some of them do, for sure, but do all of them? Probably not. Well, no hidden grottos, so maybe. Oh, Evo's happening right now? That's pretty hype. Yeah, there's no other houses to check. That's all the items over here. Of course, my contact lens was fine before the stream, and so I was like, alright, I'm just gonna leave it in. And now it's bugging me. Hopefully it like recenters or whatever's going on. But Street Fighter match is going crazy right now. That's lit. I might just grab my glasses real quick if I have them. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take my contacts out real quick. I feel like it's been forever since I wore glasses on stream. That's a lot more comfortable though. Alright, so... I feel like it's really dumb for me to stay in here, but I kind of just want to click T-Bolt and see how much damage it does. Like, Vaporeon has a good Spit F stat, so... Oh, Pump? Oh shit. Yeah, this dies for sure. I was expecting, like, Surf, dude, not Pump. Yeah, I want to see if I can get the TM for Ice Beam before... Not before Marlin, necessarily, but before, Plasma Frigate. Look at this. Yeah, Pacific Log. Yeah, it's actually kind of a similar vibe. It's just Pacificlog. Is it Pacificlog or Pacific Log? I don't ever remember, but if only there was anything to do there. I only thought that town was cool because it was near the Reggie shrine, or like whatever they call it. It's just very memorable going there and riding the currents and stuff like that. Probably just for fire move, if I had to guess, right? Play rough. I mean, that's fine too. We do resist. They did a crit attack drop, which is heinous. I had a Shadow Ball. Probably have to do 2 of them, because Flareon does have good Spit F. This is not Stab, and it's also not Guts boosted, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure we live. Quick Attack would be your only priority, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, once I wrapped up Dark Souls 3, which, again, I'm glad that I got my feet wet and kind of, like, feel like I see the appeal of Souls games now, at least. Even if I was, like, ready to be done with it by the end, and I'm satisfied with, like, being done and that I did all the main game bosses and all of that, even the optional ones. But at the same time, it did feel kind of anticlimactic at the end there, I gotta say. Not just because I didn't beat Soul of Cinder last, but it's like, I don't know, I didn't really necessarily feel a sense of, like, accomplishment. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't give a shit about the story stuff. That probably has something to do with it. I think the lore and the world building is actually pretty cool. I've only scratched the surface with looking into that, though, but actual, like, what is happening, I could not really give less of a shit. Like, what is actually currently happening to my character and the characters that are around, don't care. But the implications of those actions on the lore, kind of interesting. From my very basic knowledge of things on that end. Oh, but anyway, what I was going to say was, after I finished up Dark Souls 3, I did jump back into Yakuza 4 and played the first chapter of Part 4 of Yakuza 4. So I know there's like a finale part as well. That probably isn't terribly long, but I am in basically the final stretch. And that first chapter was actually surprisingly short. I don't even think it took me like, it's probably like 30-40 minutes or something. Some of them might be a little longer if I do side stuff, but there wasn't really much opportunity to do that here. Feels good to be playing as Kiryu again, though. Just for those who don't know, no spoilers at all, but Yakuza 4 is split into 4 parts, and each part you play as a different character. And then it, like, I guess all comes together at the end, to some effect. So that's been pretty cool. Although I gotta ask Space Cowboy, is Yakuza 5 structured in the same way? Where it's like you play as one, you play as the next, you play as the next, or is it more like jumping around? I just thought this route was cool. The glare off my glasses is like really bad, but not much can really be done about that. Mungus. Well, that's useless, because they're selling PP maxes for the same damn price. Pretty sure this is a new route theme as well. Well, I guess Route 12 isn't a new theme, because it at least existed in Black and White 1. Like, you could go there in post-game. This is, like, actually kind of brand new. I think I just stay in and Sludge Wave. I know it's neutral, but you're an Ivysaur. I think this just kills, probably. Yeah. Lit. I think you just died at T-Bolt. You're not as bulky as a Vaporeon, that's for damn sure. Yeah. Tremeleon. Oh, I might use some more of those berries to maybe free up some EVs, if possible, on some of my mono attackers, of which I have, like, barely any of, but let's see here. So, lowers its base attack. Anyway, anyone else? Yeah, Eel. Eel, we're not running mixed, we're running just specially attacking. Everyone else has some sort of mixed moveset, except for Metagross. Special attack, yeah, drop that. That's it. Like, all 5 of these, the rest of these guys are using special attacks at least a little bit. And all 3 of these guys are using at least 1 physical attack, too. Even though U-turn isn't really there for damage, it's like, well, might as well have it do as much as possible, right? And then speed I ended up using a couple times. I don't think that... Well, on Eel, right? To try to make room for bulk and to have slow volt switches. I don't hate that idea. Still. The other guys, though, it's like, I kind of do want them to have some speed, even with the minus speed natures. Unlike Samurott and Metagross. Because they might outspeed some stuff that they maybe wouldn't otherwise with some investment, you know? Yeah. It is a shame if I wanted to use Weavile in a traditional playthrough, I would have to wait until, like, now to get one. Which is partially why I didn't opt to use one, also because I used one in Renegade, but as some of y'all may know, Weavile is my favorite Pokemon ever, so it's hard to, like, deny the chance to use it in-game. I think if anything, I will do that Egglock idea at some point, though. I could see that. So I fight you. Yeah, because they'll rematch me. This strength shortcut doesn't really, like, do much for me, I feel like. It's not that much slower to just go through the grass, so I'm not going to sweat this one that much. It's only annoying... I've done playthroughs of this where I didn't have a Surfmon in my standard party, actually. Somehow. And so, like, if I fought this guy and then I came back to use Surf and get the item, you know? Kind of thing. What could you possibly have? Like, Glare? It's like the worst you can do to me. Yeah, Weavile's dope, dude. Holy crap. I think specs on this thing is a little bit overkill, but hey, let me have some fun. It's a shame my special attackers are the ones that need the experience, but I guess I can go Metagross or something. I can go into this first and then Volt Switch out to make sure it gets some of the experience. When Weavile first appeared, yeah, I think that was one of the mons that was revealed early, right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, in Battle Frontier. Because I know Munchlax was another one that was revealed early. I know Togepi, famously, for Gen 2 was revealed early. In, was it the move? No, it wouldn't have been the movie 2000, because that would have been... It was just, like, at some point. And I guess it helps that the anime got started after the games came out. So, they were able to kind of do promotional stuff like that. I think that was really cool back in the day. Very exciting. Got through Chapter 7 of RE4. Shoot, I don't even... I'm like so far removed from playing that game, I don't even remember which chapter's which. Is that like the Castle Ascent? Because I want to say the first... Yeah, I feel like Chapter 7 is the first castle chapter. Somewhere around there. That sounds about right. I know this is especially defensive, but I think I can just 1v1 it, yeah. I don't know what you could possibly go for on the physical side that would threaten me. Like Dragon Tail is the first thing that comes to mind, and that just switches me out. This is solid to a KO too. Shout out to Milotic, as always. Honestly, because Swampert is more of a physical attacker, I feel like Milotic would maybe be, well, it would be my go-to Hoenn Surfer if it weren't for the fact that Feebas is fucking impossible to find. I still remember one of the few regional dexes that I filled out as Pokemon Rubies, and there was no Nat Dex in Ruby or Sapphire. It wasn't until Fire and Leaf Green, or more so like Emerald came out, and that added Nat Dex into Gen 3. Truly. Right, because like you could eventually trade back to Ruby and Sapphire most mons once they were made available, but many of them were, oh my god, many of them were not available because you could not transfer Pokemon from Gen 2 up to Gen 3. That was the first exit. And so, point being, when I filled out that regional dex, which in the grand scheme of dexes to fill out, it's probably one of the least daunting. However, trying to find a Feebas on that on the route with the tall grass, there's a pond there, like going up to Fortree. That was the last mon that I needed, was Feebas and Milotic. And I think there was a bit of panic when I think I caught a Feebas that did not like beauty Pokeblocks or something like that, and so I was nervous. I think I did end up being able to evolve it, or I bred for another one to be able to evolve it, but like, man, what a weird evolution method. And they actually did... I've complained a lot about, like, one-use evolution methods, but Game Freak actually changed the way Feebas evolved, starting in what? I think it was this gen. In Gen 5, the Prism Scale was introduced, because there's no contests, so therefore no Pokeblocks or Poffins to, like, increase the beauty stat or whatever. It's like, wow, you guys are capable of retconning shit for the sake of, like, not having these arbitrary items and systems in place. Once I finish Yakuza 4, I probably will take a little bit of a break before 5, was what I was saying. But I don't know if you heard, but I did start part 4. So like I played the first chapter of Kiryu's part in that, and so I'm looking to kind of double down on that and finish that up probably this weekend. And I was curious if Yakuza 5 is structured in the same way as 4. Like, is it compartmentalized, like one character, the next character, and the next character? Or is it more like jumping around, kind of interwoven? That's what I was curious about. I mean, it makes sense for me to just stay in here. Dude, Cradilly is one of those mons that, when I was a kid, I could not figure out what this was actually weak to. I think it's because of conflating rock and ground type together. Where, like, of course, infamously in the anime, it's like, oh, Brock is the rock type gym leader. and his Pokemon are immune to electric. But that's because they're part ground type, not because they're actually rock type. And that's like an issue with Gen 1 is like pretty much all the rock types are rock ground. Maybe actually all of them are? There are some mono grounds like Sandslash, but can someone confirm, is every rock type in Gen 1 also part ground? That's very dumb. Obviously lots of technical question marks in Gen 1, but and design question marks as well, but that's one where I'm like, I don't know, it's like by the time we got, like, it's kind of similar with Gengar being the only ghost type, but also being part poison, and so I used to think that Ghost was weak to Psychic, because Gengar was weak to Psychic, but that's because of the poison typing. It's like, I don't know, it's totally weird. Yeah, Munchlax, actually, yeah, speaking of, Munchlax is kind of the equivalent to Feebas, in some sense. You only get it, not in a specific spot, but like from certain honey trees, and the encounter rate is like 1% or something stupid. Yeah, dude, I swear that those catapults in RE4, I swear that on my first playthrough, which was on standard, mind you, I didn't have an issue, like, getting through it. But then my subsequent playthroughs, I think both of which were on hardcore, it definitely seemed like it was easier to get stun-locked by the catapults, which was very annoying. Speaking of annoying, the sleep. We're gonna have to dodge, because he's gonna go for it again, probably. Nice dodge. Maybe we para? Or just one shot, maybe? Ugh. Yeah, maybe T-Bolt is actually... I mean, it's like we outspeed and can switch out, but it's like that extra 10 base power would maybe be worth it at the cost of Parachance. The Flygon. And we actually have Flamethrower to deal with this exact scenario for Steel types. And I guess, kind of importantly, it deals with Steel types that are immune to ground, be it from Levitate or, well, the shitty thing is I'm choice locked. So I can't really do much about this. Also, Ludicolo has decent Spadef. What would you go for here, though? If you have Ice Beam, you go for Ice Beam, I think. It's like we resist water and grass. We resist grass times 4, in fact. Those are Hyper Voice. I'm gonna pivot back into this, expecting a water move. And then I'll Bug Buzz this thing to death. Muddy Water. No accuracy drop is nice. Although speaking of potential Surf Mons, Ludicolo is up there. It's just I was a Ruby kid as opposed to Sapphire, so I didn't really have much of a chance. Obviously in Emerald I think you can catch both, but yeah. Max Potion, not a bad find. Is there not a... There's not like an item over here? Oh, there's a hidden grotto, that's what it is. We got here a skitty ass. A bit of both for Yakuza 5, interesting. I think I still lead Unagi, yeah. Yeah. Heal this up. I'm not gonna bother with the other guys. Let's see here. Protein. I doubt. Yeah, Metagross is not gonna have room for that. Neither are you. So that just leaves pretty much Sabin. Okay, what about you? No. Okay, so that gets sold, I guess. Carbos. Okay, you're maxed. Go Lumeria then. Like, Flygon's gonna be pretty damn fast regardless of what I do. I was saying that Thunderbolt might be the actual play, though. Anything here I want to use? Dragon Claw, Rock Climb is an actual rock move, okay. Also, it's a TM. Yeah, Gross and Samu get it. I don't think there's room on their sets, though. Oh, I want to put Thunder Punch on Metagross, that's right. Which is, yeah, right here. Or Thunder, but I just think the mischance is too annoying. I think Discharge is just, like, slightly too weak to be reliable. Even though the Parachance is nice. It hasn't really come up that much. And, like, with that Crobat, in that case, it's like that would have killed, and I wouldn't have needed a Para. I got lucky enough to Para, but if I didn't, then that would have put me in a scenario where I'd have to dodge another Hypnosis, as opposed to just knocking him out immediately. Let's fight this dude. You're not Lightning Rod in base, but you're also... Are you part Dragon too? Wait a second. I wouldn't be surprised if this line is also Dragon. No. Okay. That's fine. Profile's dope. Goes in a Tomp. I do have an answer for you. You're not Mold Breaker, seemingly. That is an ability that Swampert tends to get in ROM hacks. I think I've seen it happen, maybe. Maybe I just made that up. I think it's an ability that could work with Swampert. I think it's kind of fitting. I should see this T-Bowl damage. Yeah. Because, like, Mold Breaker, you can ignore Water Absorb, you can ignore Levitate. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of fitting. I also think Sheer Force is kind of cool idea for Swampert, because it gets a Damp, which neutralizes Explosion and Self-Destruct, which, like... The problem is that it got access to Damp in Gen 5 when Explosion and Self-Destruct got nerfed. legitimately, in Gen 3 especially, but also Gen 4, I think, Damp Swampert could have been actually really good because of how common Explosion and Self-Destruct are. But alas, I don't even know if Damp existed in those gens. It might have. I can't confirm that, though. I don't remember. Because, like, in-game especially, it's kind of a largely useless ability. Like, I don't know, I think Mold Breaker is kind of nasty. Of course, Swift Swim on its Mega makes a lot of sense. We'll heal up, hit up the route below. And the cave. Well, I guess we're going to want strength for that, right? I gotta fly and get Thunder Punch on Metagross anyway. So I might as well just teach strength to one of my guys in the actual party. As much as I don't want to. Yeah, Groval's gotta be, yeah, definitely one of the best middle stages. I think the anime obviously helped with that, but I think just generally, it's got a really cool design. What was I looking for? Strength. May also raise the user's attack stat. I guess that's not terrible. It's still a normal type move though, so... On a normal type Mon, I think strength could be kind of nasty. I guess it is sheer force boosted. But I'd rather just do the tried and true, just get rid of Aqua Jet. Or wait, no, Sucker Punch. Oh, and it's PP Max Sucker Punch? Ugh. Yeah, I gotta do this on a move that isn't maxed. Well, I guess I don't have to. It wouldn't be that bad to just redo that, but... Yeah, see, I'd rather just do this. Go without U-turn for the ensuing route. And I think I'm gonna head north real quick and knock that boulder into place anyway. It doesn't change much. I don't think I have to fight the... That might have been what it was. Maybe this trainer used to be... Maybe you had to fight this guy. No, that can't possibly be right. I think he was always placed there, but... I guess the main reason you want to do this is if you do want to rematch the breeder over there. Can't bike on these, yeah. Shit, I'm bad. Well, that's fine. Get another shot here. But I think for this cave down south, you actually maybe need strength to progress. It's not as optional. Of course, Victory Road, I'm sure the cut trees were removed. There is a segment of this Victory Road that does have cut trees. Normally. But I think all I'll have to worry about is strength and surf and maybe waterfall as well, which is kind of annoying. Do I still lead this? Who's furthest behind? Nidoking actually is. I guess Thunderbolt can do its work for just a little bit longer. Oops. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the DS Mystery Dungeon games did have Grovyle featured in it too. That's a good point. I only ever played Sky, but as far as I understand, that is kind of like the... It's like the third version, so to speak, of those games. The best one, largely. From what I understand. And I really liked that game back in the day. I'm not too compelled by, like, Mystery Dungeon gameplay these days, but... Because, like, I did jump back into it, and I'm like, it's kind of too slow to start for me. But it's got a solid story, very emotional. Surprisingly, like, for the first ending and all that, but yeah. I'm so close to the Pokemon Center, I'm willing to risk this, but I also think Wailord, I think, is one of those that has high HP, but his defenses aren't that good, so yeah. Something I picked up from watching, started watching some of BKC's videos. He's like a long-time competitive Pokemon player in the singles format primarily. And he was saying that in the video I was watching, it was like the lower, if Pokemon has lower defense base stat, it gets more out of investment into that stat, or something to that effect. And then also, Pokemon with high HP obviously get more out of like recovery moves, like Leech Seed and whatnot. Which that makes a lot of sense. That was bad on my part. I know Love Disc is fast. Which makes sense because it's percentage healed. Love Disc is also weak though, so. But yeah, it's a percentage healed. It's not like a set amount. So of course, like, if you're recovering, was it 12 or 16% per turn or something like that, I feel like I outspeed you, but I kind of don't want to risk having to go back to the center. Just math. That's basically all there is to be said is math. I'm glad I switched out then. Even if I did outspeed, because he would have killed me with Jet. I just Bug Buzz. I got jump scared by Strength being on the moveset for a second. I was like, wait, what? What's it gonna do? I just check experience, right? Shandy's furthest behind now. Do I avoid some trainers if I don't need to fight them? Maybe. Like that swimmer up there, I feel like, yeah, maybe I do. Now this... also optional. It's just like another route through here. PP up. Definitely fight the doctor because that way I don't have to go all the way back to the center. If I want to heal, I just step out of the cave and we're good to go. Leads a Wiggly. I just Fire Blast. Probably take, maybe it takes 2, I don't know. Nope, okay. We are in fact a Chandelier with base 145 or whatever special attack, so. And this is a Snorlax with base, like, I don't know, very high SPDF. I almost want to say 130, I feel like that might be accurate. I don't know if it's quite that high though, maybe 110 or something stupid, but... very especially bulky anyway. We go into this, because if he starts cursing, then Sacred Sword doesn't care about that. Goes for High Horse. Snorlax is in fact a horse. Apparently. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Yeah, all three of the, well, I guess you're the furthest, but everyone's pretty close to hitting level 63. I don't know what to expect for Marlin, but I do feel like if I was fighting absolutely every trainer, I would end up over-leveled. I feel like, wasn't I like just on par, or maybe like a level over-leveled for Drayden or something? Something like that. No. I think I have to go this way to like open up the Rug and Rolla path, which I think I can only do from the north. Oh. I know this thing has a high speed F stat, but I want to say Kiss probably 2 KOs anyway. Oh, it doesn't quite 2 KO. Shit. Maybe it's a dirty roll, I don't know. Could be. It was a dirty roll, wow. Low roll into, like, max roll. Crazy. Goes into Gone. I just kiss this thing, too. Boom Burst. Now that is nasty neutral coverage for Flygon. I guess the issue... I guess what would you forego for that? Dragon Stab? Because actually this is Gen 5 but with fairy types. So Dragon Stab actually not as reliable? Maybe? Then again, most fairy types are actually Gen 6 Mons and later. There weren't a ton of retroactive ones. And the ones that were retroactive are just not that great except for Clefable. But also, like, no dragon types, or sorry, no fairy type specialists here either. So it's like, I think Dragon Pulse is just good neutral coverage, I want to say. But I'm wondering, is it better to run like something to hit steals, like fire or ground, to hit steals? You are a dragon type, but only your final form. And now I'm locked into Fire Blast, so you better land. Of course. Why did I say that? Fuck. Obnoxious as shit. I think this kills though. Maybe. Let's go to this. It's fine. Yeah, I'm wondering, so like, what does Dragon Stab hit that Bug doesn't? For like neutral, at least. Fire, I guess. And that you could run ground for both fire types and steel types, so maybe ground coverage is in fact better. But there are some levitating steals, and like, you know, Magnet Rise, Air Balloon. It's like, I think it's probably better to just have fire. Especially because I have a ground type, literally, and I have EQ on this, so I feel... Whereas my only fire coverage is here and here, I could put it on either of these two with Fire Punch or Flame Door, but I think I'd just rather have it here. Like if I really need ground move or something. What else is Bug? Like, Bug is resisted by Steel. It's resisted by Fairy, but so is Dragon. Poison? But, like, that's another, I guess, another case for ground coverage. I'm starting to think, actually, unless you're doing, like... Unless you're running Draco Meteor, which is, like... obviously gonna hit like a truck. I actually kind of think Boom Burst is probably just better here, right? Or you run fire and ground, or something to that effect, with U-turn. Or you don't run U-turn at all and you just do, like, this, but replace strength with Boom Burst, obviously. Something to that effect. I don't know. I'm pretty convinced by the rest of these guys' final movesets, though. Like, Ice Beam on these two, Thunder Punch on this. And then, like, these two, what the hell? These two are done. I'm pretty sure, right? Fire Blast, Energy Ball, yeah, like... I haven't really clicked Energy Ball that much, but... And it's tricky because I'm choiced. But in the case that I'm, like, stuck switching this into a Water type or a Water Ground type, then... Sure. It'll be good against Marlin, at least. I'm just wondering what else I'd put here. Maybe if I trick away the Scarf, then I put Calm Mind on? It's like, okay, I either use the Scarf or I trick it away, and then Calm Mind up. And just have the dual stab, which is pretty uncontested. That's why they keep making Fire Ghost types. It's like, this typing is too crazy. And then you, yeah, with Big Root, it's like, this is kind of a no-brainer set for this thing. Giga Drain hasn't really come into play. Well, no, it has a couple times, but it's probably the most niche, which is why it's here instead of here. But having Fairy coverage is nice. Yeah, this is the one set where I'm like, definitely this. I think definitely Flamethrower, but it's either like Earth Power or Boom Burst probably here, and then U-turn. Maybe Specs is even like, well... I don't know, it's just nuking stuff. And then this will be Thunder Punch. Pretty happy with the rest of the set. This will be Ice Beam, and the rest of the set's a no-brainer. This will be Ice Beam, and then, yeah, everything else, yeah. Almost there, then. I don't have a U-turn on this right now. Oh well. Yeah. I want to fight Rog and Roll the guy, so... So I have a shortcut through here if I don't know why I would need that necessarily for post-game, but just in case, I guess. It's got Licks. Am I scared of this? I know it has Sturdy. This would bring you down to Sturdy, so I'm kinda... But you might Rock Slide me, but it's also not Stab, but you're also a Steelix. And I'm also minus defense. I want to see what happens here. I'm gonna let Curiosity get the better of me here. Maybe I Burn. Maybe you don't have Sturdy. Maybe you're... Sand Force? No, that's its Mega, right? I don't know what the fuck that was. Dragon Dance. No, we're not running physical. It's a cool idea, though. This thing does get Quiver Dance, though. That's another thing to consider. Over U-turn is, like, just setup. If anything, you would go for Rock move here, so... Actually go into this, because I resist the dual stab, as always. Water Fighting, I'm very surprised at how much this comes up defensively, where it's actually really good. Because they don't really complement each other in that, like, fighting just adds weaknesses. It also adds some resist, sure, but it doesn't, like, nullify the electric or grass weakness. Neither does water nullify the psychic or flying weakness of fighting, or fairy. But that added rock resist has come into play quite a bit. Might be because this team is kind of rock weak, minus this and Metagross, of course. The issue with Gross is that a lot of rock types have ground coverage. Of course. But also Metagross can definitely take an Earthquake from most things that aren't, like, Stab Choice Band. almost fell for. Alright, this dude can be kind of annoying. Like, he might have Custap or something random, so I kind of want to... I'm gonna lead this just to get the experience and get it to 63, but I'm gonna switch into Metagross, like, pretty much immediately. It might be, like, Endeavor Custap or something crazy, but I have Bullet Punch, so... 5. God. I could trick it. But I think it's better for me, or Energy Ball, but like... I think it's better for me to just go into this. My catch-all defensive mon. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's a rock and roller, but also... I don't know what kind of nasty, like, fear set bullshit might be going on here. Those are rocks. I just BP. If he heals, then... Yeah, okay. Just play around random Custap. Oh, he's gonna have, like, a Gigalith in the back, isn't he? Right between the eyes. EQ, we should tank this pretty easily. You're a Boldore after all. Gotta be careful if he does send a Gigalith in though, because that thing does have a good attack stat. I actually think I go into this on my predicted EQ. Yeah. I think I just Giga Drain twice. Goes to the Stone Edge. Wow, that's not even a crit. Yeah, that thing is strong as hell. Although I want to say crits were nerfed in this hack to be more like Gen 6. It wouldn't really make sense otherwise. Because I think... I don't remember exactly when this changed, but didn't it used to be 3 times? But then it was 2 times in, like... I think in this gen it was 2 times. And in Gen 6 they nerfed it to 1.5? Or something to that effect? I have to double check the exact details. Although in Gen 1, of course, it's tied to speed, so... It's like a whole different thing. Well, the odds of it are. I guess the multiplier might have been the same. Let's take a look. Critical hit Pokemon. It's a calculation. I don't care. Okay, Gen 1's is convoluted as shit. Never mind. Oh, I was wrong. Sorry. From Gens 2 to 5, it does 2 times. From Gen 6 onward, it's 1.5. Where did I get 3 times? Maybe Gen 1 is something like that, or... I don't know. I'm not reading all this. Yeah, so I guess the big thing would be nerfing it from 2 times to 1.5. So in that case, I might have lived a Stone Edge crit. Whereas, if it was an actual Gen 5 crit, I would not have. Goodbye, rock and roller man. Shandy still needs to hit 63, because of course a rock and roller was not going to dish out enough experience to level it up. This is just Undella Bay. We've already been here, cleared it out. So we press on. See if I can dodge. You. Oh, I almost screwed it up too. The problem is now I have to dodge her twice. That's not an item, really? Oops. Flip. So where's this then? Oh. Wow, a blue shard. Amazing. Surprised it wasn't a hard stone. Oh, I just ran right into it, didn't I? That's fine. I even thought about turning right to surf sooner, but oh well. Drago. I can't stay. As much as I want to click Energy Ball, I can't stay on this. The question is, do you go for rock or ground move? I guess Jin's a pretty safe switch regardless, right? Oh, maybe it was Rockhead Steelix or something. Yeah, like if this is Rockhead, you're faster because you're an Onyx because you're actually fast. But you die to this because you don't have Sturdy. Yeah. It actually kind of makes sense, I guess. I almost feel like it'd be interesting if certain types had baked in abilities on top of their actual abilities. I don't want anything crazy, but it's more like, okay, maybe all rock types have Sturdy or something. Or all the rock types have Rockhead. That would make more sense. And then you can run Sturdy on top of that. I don't know. Maybe that'd be too much, but if every mon had something like that, like a type-based thing. Not doing this is not a Nuzlocke, no. What do I go and do on this? How do I hit fighting types usually? Wait, that's what Saban's for with Play Rough. Twister CC, we resist. Defensive IVs. Nice. And so, I feel like there's not. Well, there's a bottom floor, but I don't think there's that many trainers to deal with. Or at the very least, some of them are probably optional. Another heart scale. I guess that's kind of the downside to making a lot of these items that are otherwise rare more common or purchasable. Is that, like, in a normal Pokemon playthrough, finding a heart scale is kind of like a big deal because there's so many good moves that Pokemon only learn from relearning them. But because you can buy them at Driftveil, it's kind of like, okay, it's just not exciting when you find one in the same way. Oh, okay. If that was a battle, I'd be a little annoyed, but it's fine. The spawn rate on these things is like so quick in this hack that I'm like a little annoyed stepping on them constantly if they spawn in front of me. Little strength puzzle. I don't think it's really much of a puzzle though. I don't think you can screw it up. As far as I know, this is not the room before Maxi in Gen 3 where you actually have to at least somewhat plan out your moves a little bit. Probably get knockoff, but I also get Fire Blast. This gets nuked. You know, Mean Xiao, or Mien Xiao, however you want to pronounce it. I think Mean Xiao is probably the most accurate, but anyway. Also a cool mon that I think would be kind of fun to use. Although, in a game without Assault Vest, I feel like your options are somewhat limited. You can still run Regen or Reckless, of course, but Just like AV is one of those items that, I don't know, it feels like it... It's one of those that feels like it was introduced in Gen 5, even though it wasn't. Like, it feels kind of in line with Air Balloon and some of the other... What else was introduced in Gen 5 item-wise that was actually good? Rocky Helmet. It's another big one. Eviolite, of course. So we'll start leading Jin now. I want to say this might be the last trainer. Maybe there's one up the stairs. I think that's pretty much it, though. And this way we've cleared the way to get to the Plasma Frigate once that comes up. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not Ice Beam. Well, he might Spore, though, too, which is kind of annoying, so I kind of... well... No Sleep Claws, so it's nothing stopping him from just clicking it again. But I do kind of just want to click this in the instance that we're faster, which ended up happening, so... We take those. It kills anyway. Oh, we crit. That definitely mattered. Ice Beam, I don't think it would have mattered, but I think Icy Wind definitely did matter. Sock. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible to hit this with Icy Wind because of that sturdy. Am I really scared of this thing, though? You typically run like fighting moves, Stone Edge, question mark, Endure, Zen Headbutt. I keep getting caught off guard by random psychic coverage. So I actually just go into this, I guess. I'm trying to avoid just like going into Metagross every single time. I need something to defensively... I need to defensively check something. Why are they making reads when there's no team preview in-game? Stop it. That's the thing I always found odd, because it's like, you don't see their teams, but do they know yours? Do they know what you have in the back? I know this gen introduced team preview, but it's like, this is in-game, though. And it's so interesting that that's not a thing. I mean, it's not super interesting for, like, these types of battles, but more so, like, even Pokemon World Tournament, right? But I think it's because it is... Yeah, I guess it's to remove an advantage that you could have over the AI, because you can look up potential teams for PWT, but I think it is one of those where they either have several teams they can pull from, or it's just a random mix of whatever mons they can pull from. It's not always the same every time, which I think is really damn cool. That protein is worthless. Everyone's already above 100 EVs, an attack that needs to be, or that would want to be, I should say. Toxic? Okay. I don't think anything really wants to run that on this team, but... This team is too offensively oriented to squeeze this onto most sets. Like, maybe Unagi, because I have Big Root, Draining Kiss plus Giga Drain. It's like, okay. But I feel like my issue with this team is not breaking through stuff. Like, I have all the tools to break through pretty much anything I need to. My issue is, like, being weak to certain types pretty significantly. And being able to check stuff defensively for extended periods of time. Which maybe, actually, that maybe does warrant Toxic, but I don't know. I feel like I just offensively nuke whatever's in front of me. Like, if I'm, with this particular team, if I'm resorting to Toxic heal cheese, then I think I've already lost in that case. more or less. Now the issue is I skipped some of these guys, and so... Shit. In an effort to not be... Oh, wait. No, you moved back, so I have to fight you... Yeah, I have to fight this guy on the left. I don't think there's any avoiding it. I don't think I can go behind him. Doesn't look like it. Oh, but then you block me. It's actually kind of a cleverly designed route in that way, I guess. Because then I would have to go fight the fighting guy down south, but I'm just going to go step inside the cave and step out and then do this again, I guess. It's a little annoying, but... I could also, because I'm going to fly to the Pokemon World Tournament right now, just teach someone fly. But I just thought of that already, so... Like, I'm going to have to move delete strength anyway. Also, this guy's team is a joke, so... And what's your last? Blastoise... Fake out? I didn't even know this thing got fake out. Probably doesn't, in reality. Or if it does, like, why would you ever run that? I should have Giga Drained. Unless it's one-shots, but I... Oh wow, that's why we're running T-Bolt. I have a feeling that Discharge would fail to pick up these KOs. Which is what I was seeing previously. Why I swapped it out in the first place. Yeah, I don't think I PP maxed Bullet Punch because it has like 20 PP, so... Yeah, we'll just do this so I can fly back to PWT. Teach Metagross Thunder Punch with the tutor there. As well as a couple other things. The annoying thing is I'll have to pick up the Pidove to actually fly back. So first things first. And I'll probably end up foregoing... The thing is, Samurai's the only Waterfall user, and you only need Waterfall for some optional areas in Victory Road, I think. So I could, in theory, do those, and then leave, and then come... Dude, HMs fucking suck, man. They're so annoying. My god. They're not so bad if you plan your team to have like a flying type and especially attacking water type. But then the issue is like these being split post Gen 3. Well, even in Gen 3, you want something running Surf and Waterfall? No. No? You don't want that. In fact, it might be even like weirdly better to have them both when they are split. Even if said Pokemon is more so a physical attacker or special attacker, just to be able to hit stuff differently, I guess. Jeez, this is annoying. It's honestly what dissuades me from using Feraligatr in HCSS a lot of the time. Because, you need Surf, and, like, far more than you need Waterfall, and you also get it way earlier. It's like, okay, I'm eventually gonna run Waterfall on it, and so you need another Mon that has Surf. It's obnoxious. Another option is the HM Slave option, which I guess could do that, but... Just like catch a Gyarados real quick or something. You need BP. Thank God. For a second I was nervous that it wasn't gonna be able to relearn it, and I'm like, ugh. Back to PK Hex, I guess. It's annoying. I can't believe I did that for Chandelure with Trick. That's obnoxious. And then you can't relearn it until... Or you can't move tutor until Nakreen, which is ridiculous. I do need 6 more red shards, though. Six more red shards. I think I established that I don't actually want to tutor anything with yellow shards. Maybe I just grab 4 more so I have the option to if I want to. But yeah. Should have grabbed the Pido while I was in there. Whoops. T-Punch. You. Yeah. Bleep, 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 bleep. Oh no, wait, that's a move deleter sound, whatever. Ba-ba-da-bum. Let me just confirm that everyone's moveset looks good. Yep. 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 No, I don't need that on. Fly all the way back to Humalau, box the Pidove, and time to fight Marlin. Now I do think I might do that initial Plasma Frigate run just because we have time. And then next time finish up Team Plasma and maybe do some of Victory Road or something. And then do like, well, I guess would I do some of Victory Road or would I just do it all? I at least get to Victory Road because there's actually quite a bit to do before then, even. And do Victory Road in the Pokemon League for the finale. That also makes it a rounded 12 parts, which I very much appreciate. Also, it doesn't stop us to give us this unless I needed to run past, but... I like the juxtaposition here of this very laid-back gym prior to, like, actually potentially devastating shit. And how Marlin is kind of the, he kind of encapsulates, like, complacency. In a sense. Oh, wow. I thought I was going to be able to Thunderbolt something, but... Well, it's not Air Balloon. You die to Earth Power. There's no way you don't. Unless you're Random Shuka or Sash, obviously. Not Random Shuka. That's pretty lit. Now, you have a good Spit F stat, though, so I'm kind of like... I'd rather not risk it. In fact, I go into this even though it is already 64. Ah, yes, Wave Crash. My favorite beam move. I don't know if the crit mattered. The Samurott is really strong. And, Napoleon not so physically bulky. I guess I just stay in I don't want you getting a sword stance or something weird. Okay, yeah. Let's see, what did I say? What did I say? Random Chopple? Nope. Yeah, I'll fight all the gym trainers, screw it. And the optional ones. Oh, that's good for me. I definitely outspeed. I don't think there's any way I died to an Aqua Jet, either. Lit. Blah blue. Goes into Wrath. Oh, how I want to stay in. I actually think, yeah, Play Rough does more because we have higher physical attack. I kind of want to see if this kills. I think it does. Of course he dodges because he's a shitter. You're gonna Focus Punch, right? Why would you sub if you're not gonna Focus Punch? Unless you're Belly Drum. Hypnosis? You're really trying to... Wow, okay, you're really trying to get this Focus Punch off. Or you don't have Focus Punch and I'm just being dumb. There's the Wave Crash. Alright, good dodge. Alright, he's just gonna keep clicking Substitute, I guess. So... Are you like sub berry? I'm trying to figure out why sub though. Besides just to be annoying. There's like no setup, no berry. Rain Dance is interesting. I feel like this was supposed to come out first. And then set up Rain for the Swift Swim Poliwrath or something. That doing that much is kind of insane. Okay, what do you go for here? Probably just Water move, yeah? It's tricky to get some of these other guys in. It's understandable for this gym, though. Of course. Just for Soif, I retaliate with, not retaliate, but Sacred Sword. Slice the Walrein in half. Goes Milo. I feel like I'm safe to just Sacred Sword twice. I don't think you're a fairy type, right? Let's find out. I guess if you burn, that's annoying, but when isn't it annoying? No burn? Okay, it's neutral. It also cleanly 2 KOs. The only issue is I think I die to Scald, or it's very close. If they burn, that would be very unfortunate. I'll try to heal this off. Let's see what's up. Unfortunately, Sacred Sword only ignores opposing stat buffs, meaning basically just defense, so... Well, then again, I guess burn is applied differently than like an attack decrease in the traditional sense. Is this like a Sheer Force Milotic randomly? That's some terrible Scald burn luck, but I'll take it. How have unique gym themes not come back? I don't understand. So many small touches. And not even just Gen 5, but like this game specifically, that did not come back. I'm like, difficulty modes, unique gym themes, and like, I'm sure a myriad of other things I could probably think of. Shit, even reusable TMs didn't last that long. I guess technically they were in Gen 8 partially, but... Yeah, I did put U-turn back on this, that's right. Fight you. I think actually giving Ace Trainers the subway theme is a nice change of pace from the regular battle theme. I mean, both bangers, and this is a variation, obviously, but... You water dark? I don't think I care. I think you just die to Bug Buzz. Because you're a Huntail, and Huntail is terrible, stat-wise. Kingdra... I think you just died too. Probably. Yep. Crit? Maybe that mattered. Definitely bulkier than Huntail, I would guess. It's super effective. I know you're specially defensive, but blah blah blah. Super effective. This should nuke you. Yep. Cool, so that was an easy 64 for that. Shandy's going to be hard to train, so I'm going to lead that first, whereas Metagross is just going to be its usual Metagrossian self. So just a check. Yeah. Not a lot of color variety here, but I think move pool-wise it is. Like, I look at this and I'm like, ooh. Ooh, green, red, and blue? Purple, whatever? Mmm. Yum yum. Blue, light blue, brown and black? Look at that color variety right there. Even this. But then you see this and it's like, I know it's a weird thing to comment on, but like, it is something that's kind of satisfying, seeing like diverse movesets and stuff. The colors of the typings are pretty iconic. I mean, you're an Octillery, you should die to an Energy Ball. This thing is not bulky. Goes into Crentatrool. I go into... This thing is actually... kinda... Well, okay, it would be tricky if I didn't have an electric type, but... It doesn't resist. I think... I mean, Metagross is pretty safe. Yeah, I guess I just go into Gross and EQ. I kind of doubt this thing, like, kills me with 2 Surfs or something, or... Well, I guess if it's Pump, that's a different story, yeah. Still not enough. Also, you gotta land. You gotta land at least 2 in a row, also. Oh, I've got just the answer for you, buddy. Are you random Wakan? Even so, I feel like this into Bullet Punch probably kills. And okay, maybe not through Wakan, but... Maybe, though. I mean, Gyarados' defense stat's not that great. It does resist BP, but... Still no. Goes into Oma. Oma. You go for Earth Power here, or what? You probably just go for water move, because that's probably the best you got, so I can't switch into Shandy, even though I kind of want to. I guess I could go, if I really wanted to get the EXP on this, I could go Eel, slow Volt Switch out. I'm gonna try that. This is gonna Shell Smash and sweep me, isn't it? I guess I just click Giga Drain if it does. Yeah. I do have Bullet Punch in the back. But, actually, Volt Switch will kill you if you're minus defenses, so it's a matter of if I live this pump. Am I gonna lament AV not being in Gen 5 again? Still yes, but not as much. Alright, so that didn't accomplish what I wanted it to, but... In fact, that was like a needlessly terrible play for no reason. I get this in for the was it the last mon? Float Soul? Start bulking up or what? I think I just go into this. Sacred Sword twice. Or Sacred Sword Sucker Punch. Aqua Tail, buffed Aqua Tail. 100 BP. This is a good chunk. Bum, bum, ba, ba, dum, ba, da, ba, da, bum. Yeah. And that's why we have Sucker Punch. As well as a myriad of other reasons, but... Unfortunately, it is nerfed, Sucker Punch, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. For the mons, I'll be clicking that on. Use the fresh water to top off this, I guess. I'm just gonna make a save because I have it in a second. Now, no doubt a vanilla playthrough would not be this long because the trainer battles just would not take nearly as long. I know I said I wasn't gonna skip. I lied, though. Yeah, because there's one here. So I'll get to 64, and then we can backwards long jump to feed, Marlin. This is like a bad... That was a reach. That was definitely a reach. But come on, you were thinking it too. Whenever the number 64 comes up, it's N64, right? Likely Mario 64. Do you die to Energy Ball? I feel like you do, but I also don't know Gorbis' stats, because who the fuck knows Gorbis' stats? I really want to click it, but I'm also, like, scared it's not gonna kill. Let's just see. This is a Chandelier, after all. Okay. I had nothing to worry about. I figured this thing was trash, but I was not... It's because the Deep Sea Scale... I recently looked into this. Don't ask why. But the Deep Sea Scale... you might be sturdy. Deep Sea Scale gives Clamperl doubled special defense, so I don't know if that has anything... Like, if that equates to Gorbis' stats somehow. Then again, the Deep Sea Tooth, I think, doubles its special attack. But maybe Huntail is more of a mixed attacker, I don't know. You're a slow bro, you're physically defensive, so I think you just die to this. Not quite. Do I die to a slow bro Surf? Not quite. It's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. Goes into Vape, yeah, this I'm not making the same mistake. Well, I guess that was with Sabin, but... Even so... What do I do here, though? I guess I go into this and Sacred Sword. Probably twice, but maybe just once. Maybe twice with the burn. Yep. That's what I get for avoiding it like 3 times in the previous battle. That this was relevant. It's probably still 2 KOs though. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Oh, that 90 BP really, making me want close combat right about now. I can 1v1 this with the eel, though. Yeah, get fucked. I've seen this strat too many times on ladder to fall for it here. I guess it doesn't matter what I click here, but... Cool, so we have a team of 64s with my ace, quote-unquote, my starter at 65. Let's see what we're up against with the... good old Nemo's dad over here. Did they ever do a follow-up on this game and Marlin doesn't have a kid named Nemo? I'm boycotting. It's gotta be spelled differently though somehow, like N-I-M-O. Actually that fits with the Japanese pronunciation, in fact. Otherwise it'd be Nemo. Also, why does the D-pad keep fucking up like that? This controller is like kind of wearing out a little bit, but not too badly. That's right. Let me do this, and then this and that, this and that, this and that, and that. Who's a good lead here? Eel, obviously, but I'm kind of like... It's like, do I lead Lumeria, get as many kills as possible? I probably just save Lumeria for a water ground type or something. I don't have any like hazard set up or anything, so it's not really as obvious who to lead. I think Eel is probably just the most obvious. Slow Volt Switch out, or hit something hard, or 1v1 his entire team, or I guess 1v6 or whatever, but same difference. I know Nuzlocke's are a thing. I might have mentioned this before, but it's like... It's actually not, I feel like, cheesy to reset your save, because that's like how 99% of the other RPGs handle getting a game over, quote-unquote, or whiting out. Whereas I can gain experience from this battle, go back to the Pokemon Center, come back, and infinitely basically do this fight until I win. Which, like, yes, beginner RPGs, all that. But, yes, aimed at kids, blah, 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 but, like, you know. I'd rather soft reset in that case, but I haven't lost a gym battle yet, so I just jinxed myself. It's lit. Oh, you are a rain team, aren't you? This is not permanent rain though. This is Gen 6 drizzle, I think. I mean, it should be. You know what? No, I think I did stall out sand against clay. You're faster. I think I just Giga Drain. I fucking hate sleep moves, dude. Stop it. Nobody likes you. Are you gonna Whirlpool me or something? I have Volt Switch in that case, but... Let's see how much this does. Definitely in Volt Switch range. I just wonder if I waited till 1, would he go into like a Water Ground type on this Volt Switch to try to keep me in? Also, surprised no Whirlpool though. Also, if it only lasts 5 turns, or 8 turns, I guess if it's Damp Rock, which it probably is, then this strat is not nearly as good, because you want to keep Politoed around to reset the rain, but whatever. I just pull some degenerate Volt Turn shit, I guess, until I figure out what he has. Caracosta? That's bad. I can break the Sturdy. Are you Swift Swim? You definitely go for Rock Move on this. And, like, you are more of a physical attacker if I'm recalling correctly, too, so I think Megatron is a safe switch in. He goes for Stone Edge, which is fine. I just EQ. Because that'll do more than T-Punch. Doesn't quite kill. You die to Recoil, though, unless you're Rockhead over Sturdy. Oh my god. That crit definitely fucking mattered. Get out of here with that garbage, dude. Fuck off. Well, now I don't have a defensive check for literally everything. Fuck. He hasn't shown his Water Ground type yet. He definitely has one. I kind of want to just use this to scout and get Chip. Tentacruel. The problem is, well, I was saying how Dragon Pulse didn't have much use, but this thing does have a good Spit F stat. Who would I go into? Rip Metagross. I guess if you were Swift Swim, you would outspeed, right? You're probably Rain Dish, though. So I wonder... I'm like, would Earth Power kill, though? I think I outspeed. Saban's gonna be hard to get use out of in this fight anyway. I kind of wish I wasn't Choice Locked so I could chip it and then U-turn out. But because plus I can't go Nidoking on the water likely. Well, I guess I could go Poison Move. Would you go for a Water Move on a Resist? That's the thing. Or you go for Ice Beam. I think I have to go into Jin, maybe. Which is shitty, because I have, like, nothing to hit it with. It resists everything except for Sucker Punch. So I think I just have to stay in and click Dragon Pulse. Because I don't know, like, it might be Ice Beam, because, like, why would you not have ice coverage, but... Also, okay, it is Ice Beam. You've got, like, a perfect Spit F IV. That is this Flygon's best IV. And you're not Rain Dish plus Black Sludge. So that means this kills. Barring a dirty roll on the opposite end, where I get a stupid low roll. Yeah, okay. Goes Ludicolo. I definitely want to bring this back in once rain ends. I definitely don't want to Sakunagi. I definitely... I mean, Chandelure could outspeed and kill something, but what would it be clicking? Shadow Ball to pick something fast off, or Energy Ball, but Water Ground types are slow. In which case I have Giga Drain on this, too. What would you go for here? Probably Ice Beam again, yeah? I'm gonna bank on Ice Beam because I don't think I actually need Chandelure. Because, of course, Water-type gym and all that. Yeah, it goes with the Ice Beam. That was a crit. I mean, I could Choice Lock you, but I don't really know what that does. I don't have Water-type switch-ins, really. Like, not really. Especially in the rain. I guess I just... The thing is, like, Bug Buzz is gonna nuke this. It's just a matter of if I'm faster. So if I trick this to Choice Scarf, it's definitely gonna be faster. Yeah, I guess I just Shadow Ball. Sack this. Maybe I dodge a pump. I mean, shit, if Scar... Oh my god. Or I crit. Didn't kill, though. Also, it's Scald. So this definitely dies. Yeah. That means I can click U-turn safely. Oh, it's Rain Dish. It's not Swift Swim. Okay, that explains it. I was gonna say, I feel like doubled speed Ludicolo outspeeds 1.5 times, Chandelure. Oh, you're an asshole for that. You're actually a literal prick. I should have seen that coming, because he hadn't healed yet, but still. Oh my god, that almost kills! That's crazy! Wait a second. Wait a second. We have technology. There's no way technology doesn't kill. Yeah, technology. Goes Bibs. I don't know what the fuck this thing is supposed to do against fighting type. Okay, you get +3. You're still a Bibarel. Obviously buffed for this hack, but... Oh, you're Chople. But you're a Bibarel. And we have technology. Sucker Punch coming in so fucking clutch, dude. You probably... I mean, you might go for Will-O-Wisp or something, so... I could just sit here and spam Sucker Punch. That is an option. As opposed to trying to switch something in. Also, this seems to be Permanent Rain. Unless it actually has been not 8 turns yet. Interesting. Okay, you attack, even though you're a defensive mon. Was it Citrus, or is it just lefties? Citrus. Goes for Shadow Ball. So it turns out losing Metagross didn't really matter that much. Oh, okay, that makes sense. In which case, I think I still just click it again, because you're gonna attack me. And then I guess I switch out on the recover into something that kills this. Because, like, granted, it's not over yet, because Jin can't really touch this thing. I think I just go Sabin here. On the recover. If you don't recover, I swear to God, okay. I'm like, at least the AI knows that, like, Sucker Punch would kill it if it went for an attack. At least I assume that's what the interaction there is. Like T-Bolt for probably the last time on King. Second to last time. Although this probably kills, to be fair. Yeah, but you're weak. No full restores. I actually don't know if Unagi outspeeds. Because it is like... I did eliminate its speed EVs. I just go into this Impulse to be safe. Would have been kind of fun to Volt Switch out of the battle, but... Yeah, I could see myself actually doing challenge mode if it was like an egg lock, so I don't have to worry about fucking IVs and natures and shit. I guess I could randomly generate those anyway, but you guys know me. At least the nature has to be, like, decent. It doesn't have to be perfectly ideal. Because, like, Metagross would be better with Adamant over Brave. But I got a Brave one, so it's like, okay, it's good enough. But if I got, like, a modest one, I'd be like, no, I'm changing this. There he goes. What's fun is you can, like, You can still watch them go off screen. I don't know. Thought that was kind of cool. It's not like after a lot of like cutscenes or dialogue moments where it happens and then like you go back to see if they're still there and it's like, nope, they're long gone. It's like, no, he actually swims away in real time. And also, I was saying that Marlin is kind of a case for complacency or just kind of like not really caring too much about the implications of Team Plasma taking over. But he is going to help us. I think he pulls the anchor up, right, or something like that, or gets the ramp down off the ship. There he is. Sup, yo. There's just things like steal my people's Pokemon. Someone please rewrite Hugh's dialogue. They plan on conquering Unova by using Pokemon to freeze it solid. They're really evil. I'm saying the dialogue in this game is actually pretty good a lot of the time. But with Hugh, and even I noticed with like Bianca in some cases and Juniper, it's like, I still love Professor Juniper, of course, but like, at times, it's like, they're really evil. Nobody says that. Nobody speaks like that. When the oceans are home, you don't worry about things like that, because the ocean accepts all rivers. Now, this guy's just being obtuse, so I don't really blame the dialogue for that. He's just being a weirdo. No. I'll just say yes. I get it. They're bad, so you fight them. But first, you gotta say that in your own words. When you do, you'll understand better what you want to do and what you're hoping for. I actually kind of like this dialogue here. It's like, well then. Well, you got me there. I'm a silent pro tag, so I'm only capable of saying yes and no. Man, I don't know if that guy is laid back or just irresponsible. Kind of got me down, but our opponent is Team Plasma. We have to focus, but before that, we have to find where they are. Split up. You check Route 22, got it? Yeah, and then Tarak shows up. Colress is like, what the fuck are you doing? You dumbass. You're going the wrong way. It would have been interesting if, like, Hugh found them and then was defeated at the hands of them. I don't think that's what happens, though. Maybe that's a little cliche, but the other way around is, like, he goes the wrong way and then catches up after it's too late. So, kind of a lose-lose there, narratively. Like, these little face boards are kind of fun. Not that I really care for them in real life, but... Ah, fuck. I definitely turned left, whatever. Get another chance. There we go. It's Terrakion. It's teriyaki. Teriyaki-on. Just like Verizon. Is there a pun or like meme about Cobalion though? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. The one radiating such a tremendous presence before you is none other than Terrakion. Terrakion, did you just speak? Did you just speak English? Oh no, it's Chorus. In fact, when I first played this game, I thought maybe that was internal monologue from the protagonist, but that like never happened prior. I guess that's the point, right? It's supposed to confuse you a little bit. It's been a while. I believe we last met at Twist Mountain because of the ROM hack editions. That fight was super lame, though. I don't really... I think it makes sense to fight Colress again, but it should have just been a regular battle, I think. Terrakion is one of the 3 Pokemon who protected Pokemon from the flames of a human conflict. I don't know if this is the same conflict as, like, with the original Dragon and stuff, but I like the idea of Legends Kyurem having the Swords of Justice be important. That would just make sense, like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. even if it is technically a retcon, I don't really care that much if it is. See, or it's probably just unclear, but there is a movie about it, so I don't know. But the movies pretty much all take place contemporarily with Ash and friends, even if they might flash back to like when Keldeo was a little weakling or whatever. I don't know. Seems like that Terrakion has picked up the scent of danger that emanates from Team Plasma. Is that what that is? It's probably seeking a Pokemon trainer who has the strength to stand up to them. It's very interesting indeed that Terrakion appeared before you. That aside, do you plan to confront Team Plasma? No. I see, that works as well. You and your Pokemon can proceed down your own path. What you should do is care about your Pokemon to bring... okay, blah blah blah, okay. Thanks to the remote control. The Coal Rest Machine. Chorus is an interesting character because, like, he obviously wants to keep up his experiments, but he is so intrigued by Pokemon's potential that he kind of wants to be defeated in a sense to, like, get some sort of conclusion on his research. I don't think I ever made that connection when I played this initially. Yeah, the Swords of Justice are very legendary beast-like, huh? Obviously they're a trio, but you know, they're all quadrupedal, and they're kind of like tied into this ancient thing, whereas like, okay, yes, Pokemon the Movie 2000 gave the birds something to do, but the birds otherwise, aren't they, they're just there, right? Like, it's Gen 1, they're not really trying to tell a crazy story or anything. Which Gen 2 you have the whole resurrection with Ho-Oh kind of deal. So they were like, let's just give Lugia the birds then. And have him do something with the birds. I forget what that even... I forget what half of what even happens in the movie 2000. Even though I watched it a lot growing up. Also, I didn't watch the Orange Islands arc, so the beginning of the beginning of that was like very confusing. I don't need this. I don't need this. Guess I'll keep the Mystic Water, whatever. This is useless. I'm just gonna sell these. I feel like I'm not really hurting for levels, necessarily. 110. I don't think they had the actual game data for some of these Arceus introduced moves, which I assume this is what that is. So they took their best guess. And I guess like physical Hydro Pump, but instead of lower accuracy, having the recoil, I guess that makes sense. But it's more like Volt Tackle, of course. Move this on over. So I'm trying to think. I could just call it and have this be a shorter stream, because I actually don't think there is that. I mean, yeah, the Frigate takes a little while, but it's like, would it be more comprehensive to just do it all in one stream? But then Victory Road's kind of long, the Pokemon League might take a while. I feel like it wouldn't be unreasonable to, what's it called? Like, call it here, do all, like, pretty much all of Team Plasma stuff in one fell swoop. Wait, I didn't fight you. And then do Victory Road and, what's it called? But then again, I was saying, like, I could do Route 23 in addition to fighting, like, in the Giant Chasm next time. And, like, clearing this. I did fight this chick. Alright, oh no, I didn't. Wait. I got confused. Also, I don't think I have to go this way, right? Oh. Yeah, I think that works. a lot of these streams have been pretty long, so it'd be kind of nice to wrap things up a little bit earlier than usual. There's a throw. Play rough comes into play once again. Nidoking is so crazy strong, dude. I love it. What a beast. I've thought about the possibility of doing, like, videos on my top Pokemon of each gen, but I don't know that I want to do it, like... I don't know that I want to do, like, an individual video on each one. I feel like if anything, I would do... Also, wait, how do I get there? I have to surf down... Okay, I did go the wrong way. I feel like if I were to do that, I would do it, what's it called? Let's just do it all. Or if anything, do like the first 5 gens and then do the rest. But then again, there's not really a whole lot to say about the modern gens, favorite Pokemon-wise. And even then, I don't really want this channel to be like a Pokemon-oriented channel either. I just like to stream one of the games every now and then. You could have ground move, but I can also just run, right? It broke after one use. I guess I can just leave it here. That's kind of perfect. Because I don't know if there's like a cutscene, but there's like dialogue and stuff, and... Yeah, this seems good. Seems good. Take on Team Plasma for real this next time. Yeah, or just do like a top 10 overall. That could be another one. Or like whatever number I come up with that fits most of my favorites in, or something to that effect. That could be interesting. I did do something similar to that a couple of years ago, but I didn't think the video was very good, so I took it down. They do have that like giant chart of each Pokemon of each type. Like you can pick your favorite or whatever of each type for each gen. It's like maybe filling out that chart could be kind of fun or something. I've done a couple test runs over the years on that, but never actually committed to making a video. It's an idea. It's certainly an idea.